Hey guys, OFD checking in here, and hey, today I want to take a look at a dive watch that I neglected picking one of these up for a number of years. You guys watch my channel, you know I'm a Seiko fan. I'm kind of really into Seiko dive watches, this one has always been kind of polarizing to me. This style of dive watch, but it's one of the most popular Seiko divers around, and after owning it for a few weeks, it really deserves that reputation. So today we are going to take a look at a Seiko monster. And today, this model being the SRP315J1. Forgive me guys, it's the weekend, I've been neglecting the razor, just been busy doing stuff. And yeah, I'm wearing blue because I'm looking at this orange and black watch, and my team ain't orange and black for all you Giants fans out there. I'm a Dodgers tried and true guy, so coming baseball season, I'm probably not going to be wearing this watch a whole lot, but we're going to get into the review. I'm going to do a quick video introduction, channel introduction, and then we'll get on to look at the SRP315J1 from Seiko. Thanks. Alright, hey guys, thank you so much for sticking around through the introduction, and like I said, today we're going to be talking about the Seiko Monster, this one being the model number SRP315J1. So, as I said in the beginning, the Monster series can tend to be a little bit, I don't know, I tend to call it polarizing for some people, just because the non-traditional shape compared to like an SKX or something like that, and honestly, when I was a kid, I bought my very first Seiko in 1983. It was 7548 quartz, which, if you know those older models, they're basically the same case style and everything as your modern day SKX. So I've never really been drawn to the Monster series, but I do know that it is one of the most popular dive watches that Seiko's ever brought out. And so, you know, after watching a number of videos out there and seeing a ton of posts on Facebook groups, I finally caved, guys. I finally caved in. I realized what the kind of quality is in this watch, and why it really is so iconic as a Seiko dive watch. So, yeah, and I'm a fan of orange watches, even though I'm a Dodgers fan. You guys look, I've got a 011J. My SKX is an orange dial version, and so I was just drawn to this model here. So I'm pretty sure this is a second generation Monster. This is running the 4R36C movement in it, so this is hacking and hand windable, which is really nice. The initial earlier versions actually ran a 7S26 movement in it, and I'm pretty sure about that. So this has your 120 click, you know, unidirectional bezel here, and very smooth, great action, pretty much what you would expect on a Seiko diver. It's very similar to like my BFK, nice and tight, really hardly any back play at all once it's settled in there, and it's settled in now. But yeah, it's a great watch. So if you guys know why these are called the Seiko Monsters, I used to actually think it was because of the size. I thought they were a really big watch, and when I got this, I was surprised that it's not that big. It's actually comparable to an SKX, but and we'll get into the dimensions here in a minute, but the biggest reason it's called the Monster is you guys can see the indices are in the shape of like teeth. Looks like a shark's mouth open or something like that. And there's a bunch of other neat things out there about this dial, as far as the hands lining up at 12. It kind of makes this spaceship thing, and just a really cool all-around design. So I went ahead and put this watch back on its stock rubber strap. You know, this is your typical rubber Seiko strap. It's not nice. It's not a really nice soft rubber strap like you would get on your newer versions of the Turtles and stuff like that coming out. So it's more like your standard SKX strap. This is a 20mm lug opening on this watch, which I tend to like 22, but 20 is fine, and it works great on this watch. So I'm going to fire up my caliper here, and we'll go ahead and take some dimensions. Like I said, I always thought this was such a big watch compared to an SKX, and once I got it and started taking looks at it, I was like, wow, it really isn't. So side to side on this one without the crown, you're looking at 42.3 there, as you can see. And then from lug tip to lug tip, your north to south on this watch is at 47.5, probably close to 48 is what it would be advertised as. And then you've also got a thickness on this watch of 12.9. So in a lot of dimensions, this watch is actually a little bit trimmer. I think it's actually a little bit thinner than an SKX. So, you know, it doesn't wear big. Like I said, when I opened this watch, I expected it to be a lot larger than it was, and I'm very happy with the size of this watch. So I'm going to put a link to the bottom, in the bottom of the description here. Another YouTube channel owner, Random Rob, just did a video today, actually, on all the different versions of the Monsters throughout the years. And it's just a great video. He goes through each and every one of them. You know, gives the model number and the pictures, and I was blown away by how many different models of the Monster they have made over the years. But, you know, this is just a great watch. You have drilled lugs on this watch. You know, the cutaways on the case were one of those things that kind of initially turned me off to it, but now that I own one, I kind of like it. You do have a partially shroud on the bezel here, so really when you turn this bezel, you can't turn it up here really. You can't get a good grip on it. You come to the sides here, as you can see, it's cut out on the sides, and you can turn your bezel very easily from there. But you know, just a really good dive watch, and I think if you're a Seiko collector, you know, there's a number of different models out there to choose from. If you don't like this color, obviously, but I do think as a Seiko collector, if you're a true Seiko dive fan collector, you really kind of need to have a Seiko Monster in your collection of Seiko dive watches. And I finally caved in. Thank you to the guys at the Facebook groups. Random Rob, thank you for making your videos about them, because I finally realized that I needed to have one of these in the collection, and you know, so now I have it. So as far as accuracy goes, it's typical. It's your 4R36. It's been keeping really good time. I haven't had any problems with it. My Turtle runs the same movement in it. It's a very accurate watch, and I have that helmet issue that's running the 4R37, which is basically the same movement with just one extra function. So day date on this watch, as you guys can see at the 3 o'clock window there, and this is a J model, so it does have the alternative day wheel is in Arabic. So give you guys a look at the back of the watch here, and you guys can see it says Seiko Air Divers, and this one says down there at the bottom, you guys can see it in little letters, the Made in Japan. It'll also say, if I can get it close enough here, like between the 7, 8, and 6 o'clock, you will see Made in Japan there on the dial. So I don't, you know, I've owned K models, I've owned J models. I tend to be a little bit fonder of the J model. I don't know, it's probably not anything of quality. It's just something I like to have. Yeah, I picked this one up, and the price was right on this. That was the biggest thing. I wasn't really looking for a J model, but the price was just where it needed to be for this, and so I picked it up. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to take a minute and show you guys my new Seiko Monster. Well, it's not new. I've had it for a few weeks, actually. And that's given me a chance to wear it, given me a chance to enjoy it. And if you guys stick around, I am going to put a loom shot of the Monster at the very end of the video. And yeah, if you guys know Seiko and you know the Monster, it's big loom. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you like this video, yeah, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you, guys. There is the Monster loom shot. And that is Monster Loom. Alright guys, thanks for watching.